I'm explaining to you why a 5% decline in February is not a bad thing and how you can help us address this Chinese tariff issue. Hi, I'm Pat McGibbon, Vice President of Strategic Analytics for AMT, and I'm here to talk about the U.S. manufacturing technology orders for February. February was down 5% from January, but that isn't anything to be concerned about, because January 2018 was the best January we've had in this program that in the 22 years it's been around. In fact, when you take February versus February of 17, it was up 14%. And you take the first 2 months, January and February of 18 versus 17, and we're up 27 points. We're clearly on an awesome drive out of the recession that officially ended sometime in June of 2017, and things are looking great. Unfortunately, what's taken the lead in the news is the trade war between China and the United States. Back and forth about tariffs on products. The United States started with tariffs on 1,300 items, about 90 of which are machine tools. And the Japanese retaliated with 106 items, about the same amount of trade. We've come back and said there are going to be some more. The bottom line is this positioning is going to lead to the two countries being at the negotiation table a little sooner than probably would have happened if we went about it the traditional way, complaining to the World Trade Organization, talking to their diplomats in the United States, arranging meetings, because there's deadlines associated with this, and no one wants to see those deadlines come to fruition. We're most likely going to see that people can make decisions about what can be done about this particular issue, get together much sooner and work at a much faster pace than we normally see. As far as whether we make progress enough that these tariffs don't go in place at the end of May is another issue, but at least we'll have the people working on it. Going back, as we go forward in this, it's really important that we get your story about how these tariffs are going to impact your business. As I said before, about 90 machine tool items. So if you're a distributor that represents Chinese products in this country, you're almost certain going to have a significant amount of the products have tariffs levied on them. What's the impact going to be on your business? If you build machines that use castings or ball screws from China, you're going to see the cost of your materials go up as well. And I urge you to send me an email telling me about how this is going to impact you. And if you want, note that you'll be willing to testify if we have the opportunity to put one of our members before Congress. My email address will be flashing across the bottom of the screen here. Please, we really want to hear from you, and we'll get back to you as soon as you get your email into us. These hearings are coming up soon. May 11th is when the written comments have to be submitted for this particular trade issue, and it's really important. I can't stress enough that we hear from you, because the government wants to hear from the people that are being impacted more than they want to hear from people representing those people that are being impacted. So all associations are reaching out to their constituents. Well, back to USMTO. You would think, as well as we're rolling, all the different regions around the country were doing well. That's not quite true. Some regions are growing at a considerably faster pace than others. Take the Northeast, for example, up almost 20% from where it was in January, and from year to date, it's just rolling around at double digits, around 30–40%. It's amazing. North Central East, which is the Illinois, Indiana, Michigan corridor, doing really well, up 4% from a really good January. When you take a look at the industrial basis, what industries are buying more in the first 2 months of the year? Machine shops had a fantastic January, so they slowed down a little bit in February. Year to date, they're still growing at double-digit rates relative to where they were in the first 2 months of 2017. Aerospace is kind of on a glide path, even keel, but motor vehicles are starting to pick up again. And our own industry, the metalworking machinery industry, orders are up 19%. So, that's the largest I've seen for our particular industry in a 1 month raise in quite a while. But the real surprise is agricultural and off-road equipment, up by double where it was in January. And when you compare it to where we are relative to 2017, it's a phenomenal number, almost too hard to believe, because 200–300%, because of course last year about this time Agricultural and off-road equipment was practically as flat as you could get a pancake. But those things are growing up. And all the indicators are looking pretty good as well. I mean, we're taking a look at consumer confidence, which is sitting right around 101, which I think is the largest it's been in over 14 years. PMI, even though it dropped a bit, is still sitting just below 60, and anything over 50 represents expansion. So we're looking at some fairly significant expansion over the next 3 months, for next quarter. That's basically what the PMI is projecting. What's the activity going to be for the next 3 months? And then the industrial production index up to 106. That means we're doing 6% better than one of the best years we had back in 2012. And finally, talking to people who are out in England at MOC and who are over in China at the Shanghai show, it seems like the growth we have in this country is happening around the world, not just in the United States, but in Europe and Asia as well. So there is an amazing amount of opportunities, both at home and abroad, for people in the manufacturing technology business, and that's great news. The only challenges will be is getting the materials you need at the prices that make you profitable to be able to fulfill those orders you're going to get. And so with that, I'll see you next month to talk about March orders.